Today we've got this very rare car to show you around. This is a 2020 on a 20 registration Mini Cooper GP3. It's a stunning car, and we love these because they're extremely rare. You don't see them around. 3,000 produced worldwide and just 575 came to the UK. Each car is individually numbered in a very cool way, which we'll show you whilst we're walking around. And they're just a really eye-catching, you just don't see them on the road. Very rare car, and they're extremely powerful. 306 horsepower out of a 2-litre engine, front-wheel drive still, and this example has covered just over 13,000 miles from new. It's finished, as all of them are, in racing grey with the melting silver contrast roof and door mirrors, and then some chili red parts around the car, which you can probably already see a few of. But starting at the front, the chili red in the front grille here, and then down on these huge air intakes down the bottom here, and everything on this car is pronounced, as you can already see. The wheel arches, all of the front bumper here, around the air intakes here, the extended splitter across the bottom, GP badge in the front grille there, and then gloss black badging and bonnet scoop on the bonnet there as well. All of the headlight surrounds in gloss black as well. LED headlights with that infamous circle LED daytime running light around the outside. They're very powerful LED headlights on these Minis, and it's just a great little car. Coming round the side, Mini claim these are the lightest 18-inch wheels ever made. Whether that's true or not is up for debate, but they're a very cool looking wheel. Again, all the same wheels on the GP3s. The only option you can actually have on these cars is what they call a touring pack, which this car is fitted with. So they come all the same if they've got the touring pack. But these wheels are grey on the inserts and diamond cut on the faces. And then you've got the GP centre cap and the red John Cooper Works brake calipers on the disc there as well. And then these arches we'd love to tell you about, because these are actually made from recycled carbon fibre from the BMW i3s and i8s that was left over when they stopped producing those cars. And here is one example of where you can see the individual numbers on the car. So this car is 0726, and one sort of point to show you about on these is, if you notice obviously where that number is, it's black around and the number's printed in the carbon fibre. You cannot feel that it's actually produced in the part when the part is produced. So if one of these cars ever gets damaged, it's impossible to replicate these front arches. So if you see a car that either doesn't have a number or the number is on a sticker, that's because the cars had these arches replaced. They cannot be reproduced like that. Mini will not do it. So that's one way of telling if the car is original, and it's just a really cool feature to have that number in there. Coming down the side of the car, you've got the chili red sort of almost GP style decal down the side. That's what it's supposed to look like, and it's quite cool. Gloss black door handles, and if I open up and you have a look inside, you'll see, again, another bit I'd just like to show you. On the passenger side of the dashboard here, you've got your number again in there. So GP0726 on this example. Each one is individually numbered. And then with the touring pack, that massive widescreen touchscreen sat-nav infotainment system in the centre, and the one-piece sort of bucket-style seats with the integrated headrest and GP logo in the seats there as well. GP mats and GP door entry seals as well, all with the chili red text. Privacy glass in the rear three quarters. There is no rear seats in this car, and again, obviously around the back, lots more styling. So this huge rear spoiler here with the chili red on the inside and the racing grey on the outside, and again the GP logo on the side, and it is massive. It's completely free. You can put your hand all the way through it. And it's got these little rubber flicks on the top to disturb the airflow over the car, and also a section down the centre where the aerial is. All gloss black around the boot here. The sports exhaust system, which is unique to the GP3. So again, another feature that you might have seen down the side, the car actually sits 10mm lower than any John Cooper Works car. So it's sportier in every way than a standard Mini John Cooper Works. And if I open the boot, you'll see what I'm talking about. No rear seats. You've got that huge bar that goes the length of the car there, again in chili red. And it does actually say, it might be hard to pick up on the camera in this light, but you have got GP sort of printed in the side of the car on both sides in the back there. Again, just another cool design feature. And this car, the previous owner purchased the GP sort of boot storage tray, if you like. So it's got this removable lid and 3 separate sections for keeping stuff in the boot. This does actually, if you don't want it, it does lift straight out, and you're left with a deep section in the boot there where you can store extra luggage. It's very easy to use, very lightweight, but just nice to organise the boot. And everything about the car is super light. So I don't want to slam it too much because it is super light, so if you drop it, it will go down very quickly. And just like the front headlights, gloss black surrounds on the rear lights, and the new Union Jack style rear lights that Mini do now is very cool. And if I jump in the car, we'll talk you through some of the interior options. So in front of me is again a unique steering wheel, so different to any other Mini. You've got the metal 12 o'clock marker on the top there, and the chili red contrast stitching, and it's finished in Napa leather. And one really cool feature that you might be able to see on the camera is the shift paddles, which are absolutely huge, by the way, much bigger than any other John Cooper Works car. They are 3D printed. So you've got the plus and the minus on the tops, and then a little GP logo in the bottom as well. It's very cool. It's all keyless, so I'll keep my foot on the brake and I'll turn the car on. And you'll hear it's quite a bit noisier than any other Mini as well, and it's all standard. All of them come with the same exhaust, but it is a really good sounding car. 2-litre engine, as we touched on at the start, with over 306 horsepower. So it's incredibly fast for a front wheel drive car. And then being the latest generation of Mini, you get this new digital screen in front of you here, so you can flick through some different information on there, but it's very straightforward, very clean and very modern looking there. And then coming to the center, you've got Mini's infotainment system. So this does have wireless Apple CarPlay if you did want to, but it's also got Mini's own navigation in here. So I'll just come down and show you what the map looks like. So again, it's all up to date. It can have live traffic if you connect to it as well. Bluetooth audio streaming, and as we touched on, most importantly, Apple CarPlay. Coming down the center, dual zone climate control, heated seats for the front passengers. And then one thing I like about this car is there's no driving modes. It's built to drive as it should do, which is you know, like a GP car. So it's very hardcore. There's no driving modes. You just get in it and drive it. The only way you can change the way it drives is by knocking the gear stick over into sport and driving it on the paddles. But it's very engaging, very driver focused. But it does still have, like the heated seats, and also under the armrest here, a wireless phone charger. So it does still have some nice luxuries. It is usable as well, very usable. An 8-speed automatic transmission, and I'll just turn it off and jump outside and summarize the car for you. So, as we touched on at the beginning, a rare opportunity because one of just 575 cars in the UK, and these actually started life brand new at just over £35,000, and as far as I can see, all of the ones for sale at the point of making this video are still over £30,000. So they've held their money very well, as you would expect of a limited numbers production car. A unique example and a great alternative to a lot of other hot hatches out there. My name's Ben. I hope the video's helped. Thank you very much for watching.